We're about ready for tip-off here inside the AA. Players at midcourt. Vitulova in the center circle with Antonia Anderson. And we are underway, and the Cowgirls will start off first. You see a lot of pink out there. Headband, socks, and a quick three from Sanchez Ramos. And that's the way you get a game started right there with a three-point bucket. The sophomore from Madrid, Spain. And the Cowgirls hold the early lead. Elise Hurst, a quick three by Asia Robertson is no good. Here comes, they call her the Energizer Bunny, Tommy Olsen starting in the place of Carla Aryevitz. Good to see Carla out on the Cowgirl bench, but still out with an illness. Good pass inside. Vitulova lays it in. A couple games ago, Tommy Olsen had 7 assists in a game. She almost had a triple-double without points, which is not an easy thing to do. 5 straight to start the game for Wyoming. Hurst with 7 on the shot clock. Good, tough Cowgirl defense. It's down to 4. Three-pointer. Bank it in. Yes, it's open for Antonia Anderson, the junior. Gets the Lobos on the board. Cowgirls looking inside. There's Rusk with it. Another three from the corner, and that one halfway down and then pops back out for Alba Sanchez Ramos. Lobos, a very quick team, taking it right to the hoop was Jaden De La Cerda. And just like that, we are knotted up at 5. She has been on fire her last 4 games, has De La Cerda. Sanchez Ramos around midcourt tying her shoe. Now she gets back into play. It's still not tied. Shot clock is down to 6. Olsen nowhere to go with it. Sanchez Ramos now, and boy, a little touch foul on Antonia Anderson. We go back and see the opening three. They just leave Sanchez Ramos wide open. You see De La Cerda taking it right to the basket. New Mexico, it's been a disappointing year for them. They were preseason number 2 in the Mountain West Conference and now sitting just 3-8. They've had a lot of maybe unrest, turmoil, not the right word, but the 3 players that started the season as Vitulova goes back up and in for her 4th point to give the Cowgirls the lead back. The 3 players, and that looked like a travel by Robertson. Olsen in there, forcing the turnover. Comes a substitution for New Mexico as Azaria Robinson checking in. That last play, they get it inside to Vitulova. Nice pass from Sanchez Ramos. Azaria Robinson, 6'2" freshman from Anchorage, Alaska. Olsen, she forced that turnover, had 7 steals as well. It was a career high. Olsen kicks it back out. Taylor Rusk left alone for 3 is off the mark, and Olsen able to take it away. 5'6". I'm running out all sorts of stats for her. She had 12 rebounds in a game recently. And then throwing it away was Quinn Weideman. Played just over 3 minutes here in the Arena Auditorium, and the Cowgirls holding a slim lead. Cowgirls won back in December, 2 months ago, in the pit. At the time, and it's still any win in conference is a solid win. Asia Robertson takes it to the hoop, ties it back up. That's their game. New Mexico wants to take the ball to the basket. Very athletic team. Bounce it into Vitulova, and stepping in front was Robinson to take it away. Robertson. De La Cerda gets it into the paint, blocked out of bounds by Tereza Vitulova. 6'2" against 5'6". That's what New Mexico wants to do, but Vitulova almost baiting her in, then coming over to help on defense, leaving Robinson wide open. And New Mexico grabs their first lead of the game. So we have played a little over 4 minutes. Both teams shooting 60% or better early on. Lob it inside to Vitulova, and she's blocked away by Robinson. Robertson right to the rack. Asia Robertson with 4, the redshirt senior from San Francisco. And New Mexico up 4. Cowgirls have gone more than 2 minutes. At a point, we saw that really hurt them in the loss at Boise State. They ended the first half. It took them, they went over 6 minutes without a point. Vitulova changes that with a 3. 7 points for Tereza. Anderson rises for 3, and that rolls in. Antonia Anderson hits her second 3 ball. And with the answer, it's 14-10 Lobos. Rusk will let it go for 3 and does not get the roll. And Tommy Olson rips it away, but it's last touch by Olson as she got in there and took it away from Azaria Robinson. 14-10, New Mexico leading. Teams head into their huddles. We're back to Laramie. Strong start for New Mexico in this one, but it's Tereza Vitulova for the Cowgirls getting off to the quick start. 7 points. Nice post moves inside now with the block on De La Cerda, and then stepping out and hitting a big 3, which she can do. Vitulova, the 6'2 sophomore from the Czech Republic, averaging 14 points, 6 rebounds a game, getting a quick breather. Substitution, Shaquel Magruder is in the game, as well as Jordan Hosey. Hosey's got it in deep, blocked away by Jaden Viafanua, who's checked in, the freshman from Draper, Utah. And Viafanua not expecting the pass, and it's taken away by Robertson. Asia Robertson blows the layup. Back the other way comes Taylor Rusk. Weideman, and they leave Sanchez Ramos open. She did not take the shot, and the shot clock is now under 10. Rusk wants to drive. Good defense along the baseline. Down to 3. Weideman for 3 is no good. The Cowgirls get a fresh 20. Viafanua leans in, can't get it to go. The rebound pulled down by McGruder. And Hurst loses the handle, taken away by Weideman. And a foul going to be called on Elise Hurst, 5'9" sophomore from Australia. Hurst just lost the handle and Weideman took it away. Weideman will get a break. And it'll be the freshman from Lyman, Wyoming, McKinley Bradshaw, that checks in. Been stuck at 14-10 for a bit. Bradshaw has it. She's going to go right to the basket and hesitates a little, allowing Hosey to come down and block the shot. Karina Carter is in the game, but it's De La Cerda for three. No good. Ball knocked out of bounds, and I think it was knocked out by Wyoming. Here comes Shalale Kapinch into the game. 6'2" redshirt junior from Istanbul, Turkey. So it'll be New Mexico ball. See a lot of that curl and driving to the basket. Three-pointer is no good by Andriana Avant, who is into the game. 5'10" freshman from Sacramento, California. Both teams have gone well more than 2 minutes, and then Bradshaw gets it in deep. It's blocked away by Avant. To New Mexico. Working in the half court. Carter will pull up for three. Rolls away. Viafanua has the rebound. Down the floor, Bradshaw is tripped up, and I don't know how you don't get a foul call right there. Gerald Mattson's up. Wow. Incidental contact or not, that's a foul. And the ball goes out of bounds to New Mexico. You got to be kidding me. I mean, I know sometimes players trip on their own, but that was a pretty easy call that the officials missed. And Gerald Mattinson talking to the official who said, I didn't see it, or it wasn't my call to the basket. Fans want to travel, but Avant missed it. Here comes Bradshaw. It's been a tough start for Bradshaw's. Kapinch for three. Can't get it. Bradshaw dumps it off underneath to Viafanua, who lays it off the glass. Good job by the two freshmen. Last two games for Jaden Viafanua, she's averaged 18 points. De La Cerda will step back for three. That's no good. New Mexico, about 3.5 minutes without a point. Still lead by 2. Late here in the first quarter. Kapinch looking inside, nothing there. Inside, a good seal by Viafanua, taking Andriana Avant inside. That's 4 straight to tie it up for Jaden Viafanua. The freshman is really coming on of late. As I mentioned, he's had 20 points and 15 points in her last 2 games. 4 boards a game to go along with that. She's shooting 78% from the field those last 2 games. And back-to-back buckets tie it up. New Mexico has gone nearly 4 minutes without a point as we are late here in the first quarter, as Mike Bradbury has seen enough down on his end, the defensive end. Kapinch missing the 3, but the freshmen, Bradshaw and Viafanua, take control, and just a good play. Viafanua, you could hear her asking for the ball previously. On the pass before that, she got it and just had excellent position and tied it back up. Coach Bradbury hoping that timeout will settle his team down. Just taking it all the way to the basket was Karina Carter. Freshman breaks that 4+ minute scoring drought for New Mexico and gives them the lead back. Viafanua just a handful. Had the shot blocked from behind by Azaria Robinson, but a foul from behind will send Viafanua to the free throw line. Good drive by Carter. That's New Mexico's game. They can shoot it from the outside, but they would rather take the ball to the inside. Viafanu was expecting contact the first time, and the pump fake allowed her to draw the fouls. The first free throw is good for Viafanu. An 85% free throw shooter on the season. And she's got the last 6 points for Wyoming. And we're tied back up. 40 seconds to go. De La Cerda gets it into the paint again. Her shot is off the mark. Here comes Wyoming. Shot clock, game clock, about identical. Maybe a second in between. Tommy Olson will just keep it out front. You hear Gerald Madsen say now, good stutter step. Olson gets it into the corner for Weideman. Three-pointer's no good. Rebound taken away and then stolen back by Viafanu. She's going to drive to the bucket and draw the foul. And Jaden Viafanu has a chance to give Wyoming the lead here at the end of the first quarter. Wacky play as two New Mexico players tripped each other up, and Viafanu took the ball away. Foul was called on Robinson, her second, as Viafanu hits the first of two. And that one rolls out of bounds, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Jaden Viafanu, the freshman, scored 7 straight points. Turnovers in the loss at Boise State. That led to 22 Bronco points. So that was a struggle as we're back to action here in the second quarter. Carter had her shot blocked away. Sanchez Ramos was there. Now Tommy Olson. Bradshaw taking it to the hoop and lays it in. So the last 9 points for Wyoming have come from their freshmen. Jaden Viafanu had 7. The last 7. Bradshaw starts the second quarter with a bucket. Her shot is blocked and a late, and I mean late whistle on McKinley Bradshaw. Believe it or not, that's the first foul called on Wyoming. See the block from Sanchez Ramos. Bradshaw finishing off the drive for the last basket. Elise Hurst will shoot 2. First one is good. An 84% free throw shooter is Hurst, leading scorer on this New Mexico team. Knocked them both down. Cowgirls still with the 1-point lead. Trying to get the ball inside to Viafanu again. She is working hard against Azaria Robinson. Now it's Bradshaw again. Floater doesn't get the roll. Viafanu goes right back up. She can't get it to drop. Autumn Watts, the 6'1 freshman from Centennial, Colorado, is in the game. Deep three, De La Cerda, and that's good. Jaden De La Cerda, her last 4 games, shooting 52% from beyond the arc, averaging 21 points over those last 4 games. The 2 games before that is inside deep to Viafanu again. A good find, Tommy Olson. Jaden Viafanu has 9 points. That is already the 3rd assist for Tommy Olson. Cowgirls. Lobos tied up. 3-pointer is well off for Hurst. Viafanu with the rebound, and Olson will push the pace. Bradshaw It's to Weideman. Nice ball fake to the hoop and offensive foul. De La Cerda draws the charge, and that'll be the first foul on Weideman. See Quinn. And just getting those feet outside the block charge circle. Tereza Vitulova, long rest, back in the game. Taylor Rusk also. Robertson going up over the top of Olsen. Just good defense. Tommy Olsen. Sanchez Ramos with the rebound. Was fouled by Jordan Posey. Shaquille Magruder, 6-foot sophomore from Trotwood, Ohio, is into the game. Tied up second quarter here in Laramie. Rusk. Cowgirls really looking to get the ball inside right now. Well, everything on the perimeter is a shot clock down to 4. Sanchez Ramos will force it up and gets it to go for her 5th point. Efficient possession for Wyoming. They have the lead back. Pick and roll. Magruder has it in deep, working on Sanchez Ramos and banks it in. Shaquille Magruder, her first bucket. We're tied up again. Olsen nearly had it popped away. Gets it to Sanchez Ramos again, halfway down. So Alba Sanchez Ramos has missed 2 shots, and both of them were halfway down. There's a steal by Weideman. Quinn to Sanchez Ramos, lays it up and in. Alba Sanchez Ramos has 7. Cowgirls up by a bucket. Good fast break and a good job by Quinn Weideman. Looking off the defender, driving it in is Hurst. She'll get the acrobatic layup in. We are tied again. Either team can put a run together. Trying to get the ball inside to Vitulova. Taylor Russ bobbled it. Out to Olsen, who will fire a 3. That's halfway down too, rolls around. Tommy Olsen doesn't look to score much. Back the other way, she forces a block. I don't know if you call that a block or a steal, but she's got it. Flips it back to Weideman. In the corner, Rusk for 3, left alone, and that's good. Taylor Rusk for 3. And that forces New Mexico to call a timeout, and it will work to a full. Cowgirls running right now. Taylor Rusk hits a big 3. Cowgirls back up by 3. Cowgirls getting out in transition. We've seen them do that more and more, especially games at home, and they've blown some teams out here in the AA recently. You get the San Jose State game where they won by 35. Beat up on San Diego State and Nevada. Foul going to be inside. Taylor Rusk picks up the personal. Send Shiquel McGruder to the free throw line. 67% this season is McGruder, averaging 7 points, 5 rebounds a game off the bench. Hit the first. 2 for 2. 4 points for McGruder. 1 point Cowgirl lead. Cowgirls setting something up. Olsen surveys the defense, trying to post up Vitulova. There's some backside help from Anderson. Vitulova's got it. Shot clock again winding down to 4. Olsen's just going to have to fire one up and can't get it to go. Crashing the board was McGruder. Lobos possession of the ball. Behind the back flip by Asia Robertson. She'll take it back. Pulls up, mid-range 2, off the mark. Vitulova with the rebound. Cowgirls didn't have the number, so they'll back it out. And Wyoming holding on to that 1 point lead. Rusk will drive in. Left it short, may have been partially blocked. Vitulova and McGruder mixing it up inside. Got tangled up, ball goes out of bounds off of Wyoming. Jaden Viafanua, McKinley Bradshaw both back in the game for Wyoming, and here comes Corinna Carter for New Mexico. Interesting exchange, though, between Vitulova and McGruder. Going back to that three-pointer Taylor Rusk hit before the timeout, or that forced Mike Bradbury to call the timeout. Taylor Rusk, 40% for her career from three-point range. De La Cerda strong to the basket, just hung on there and left it short. De La Cerda's been shooting 53% from the field. I mentioned the 52% from 3. Cowgirls holding her to just 2 of 8 shooting so far in the first half. 1 point lead for Wyoming. Weideman changes that. Good drive by Quinn. New Mexico, it's been nearly 3 minutes without a point. Asia Robertson, she has such a good stutter step, and Antonia Anderson will pull up and hit the 15-footer. 8 for Anderson. Hadn't missed a shot yet. Good lob inside to Viafanua, poked away from behind by De La Cerda. Stays with the Cowgirls. See Antonia Anderson, good looking shot. The junior from Cibolo, Texas. Azaria Robinson is in the game for New Mexico. Olsen getting pushed away. Extra pass to Weideman, wide open for 3 and can't connect, and a rare miss from 3 for Quinn Weideman. Cowgirls now 3 of 13 from beyond the arc. They're 9 of 16 inside the three-point line. New Mexico has a chance to take the lead. Shot clock down to 10, a rare deep shot clock, and the turnover forced by Viafanua, and Cowgirls looking to run. There's Bradshaw, quick release, can't get it to go, left it short. Got herself fading away from the basket instead of going up strong. Carter drives and travels before the shot. That is the 6th turnover on New Mexico. Good news for the Cowgirls. They had 4 first quarter turnovers, 1 so far. So we're late second quarter. Substitutions, Elise Hurst for New Mexico. And Shalale Kapench back in for Wyoming. 2 minutes to play here in the second. It's been a close game. Looking inside, Viafanua, too physical, trying to force that position, get that position, and they had a mismatch inside. It'll be the first foul on Viafanua. 4th team foul on the Cowgirls. 1 on New Mexico. It's kind of a flip-flop from the first quarter, in which it was 4-0 fouls in favor of Wyoming. Deep 3 from Carter, and that misses everything. Not sure if that's the shot that New Mexico wanted. That was 3 feet behind the men's three-point line. It'll be Cowgirl basketball. They still lead by a point. We've been stuck at 30-29 for a bit. Viafanua steps out, looking inside. Olsen. Weideman now with the baseline runner, no good. Quinn Weideman struggling from the field, just 1 for 5. Behind the back pass. Asia Robertson again. It's the second time we've seen that. Almost had a little bit of heat on it. Antonia Anderson had to grab it with one hand. Knocked away by Viafanua. Olsen saves it, and she gets it back. Under a minute to play here from the AA here in the first half. Cowgirls have got more than 2 minutes without scoring, still lead by 1. And then stepping in front was Asia Robertson, and she'll just blow past Viafanua for the layup. 6 for Robertson, and New Mexico has a 1-point lead. There's about a 1.5 - 2 second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tommy Olsen looked over at Gerald Madsen and said, just slow it down. We're going to try and get 1 shot. Carter will come out and put a little bit of pressure on Madsen. You hear him say now, and then a foul. Going to be called on Karina Carter. They have 2 more to give with 9.9 seconds. And see Asia Robertson using her speed. Might be tough for Wyoming to get something going here in the final 9.9. 2 fouls to give for New Mexico. I would imagine they would use them, trying to post up Viafanua. Viafanua, boy, good cut by Bradshaw, but a foul going to be called again. Zaria Robinson just picked up her 3rd foul. 1 more foul to give with 8.6 seconds. Rusk and Sanchez Ramos in. Jordan Hosey inbound to Sanchez Ramos. Rusk, ball fake. Good ball fake. Long 2 is good for Taylor Rusk. And that'll be the end of the first half. New Mexico was unable to give that foul. And we have gone back and forth here in the arena auditorium. What a ball fake by Taylor Rusk, and the senior from Highlands Ranch knocks it down right before the end of the first half to give Wyoming a 1-point lead going to the locker room. Cowgirls and Lobos locked up in a good one here. It's been fun from the AA. Good defense. See the freshman McKinley Bradshaw taking it to the hoop, and the Cowgirls and Lobos locked up. About rebounds, I mean, it has been a tight game. Score's been tied 7 times. Lead has changed hands 6 times. Largest lead 4 for New Mexico, 5 points for Wyoming. That was when they scored the first 5 points of the game. And that's where we stand right now. Both teams shooting right around 40%. It'll be Wyoming ball to start off the second half, and we are underway here in the third quarter. Starting five for both teams, trying to get a backdoor look to Quinn Weideman. Vitulova couldn't get the pass to connect. Today is Wyoming's bounce cancer game. They do one annually. See a lot of pink out there. Wants to drive, nothing there. Passes it off to Weideman. Shot clock winding down, trying to get it into Vitulova. New Mexico doing a better job getting inside. Down to three, knocked away from Russ, and that'll be a turnover for Wyoming, and New Mexico out running. De La Cerda, stutter step floater, bounces around, no good. Hosey could not get the rebound, knocked out of bounds by Wyoming. And a fresh 20 seconds for New Mexico. Has not been the season the Lobos wanted. They were expecting to contend for a Mountain West title. In it goes to Anderson. She's knocked to the ground and will go to the free throw line as Alba Sanchez Ramos picks up her first foul. Antonia Anderson shooting two. Off the inbound. She tries to force it up, and Sanchez Ramos just getting in there late. A 70% free throw shooter. Anderson left it short. The 6'2" junior, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds a game. Missed them both. Rusk has the rebound. Cowgirls lead by a point. Looking inside, Sanchez Ramos backs her way in. Forced it up and may have been blocked by Anderson. Probably was, just tough defense. Asia Robertson, the between the legs pass back to De La Cerda and can't get it to go. Cowgirls doing a really good job on Jaden De La Cerda. Vitulova ball fake and then rattles the long two. Vitulova showing the range this afternoon. 9 points for Tereza. The lead pushed back to 3. De La Cerda gets it in deep, and finally the layup drops. As it rolled around. 7 points for Jaden De La Cerda, the 5'6" junior from Roswell, New Mexico. Nice entry pass, but a good help defense by Asia Robertson to knock it away. Weideman with the 5-second count winding down, gets it into Olsen. Stepping in front of Weideman was Elise Hurst, and she forces the turnover. You see Vitulova well in front of that three-point line. Still a long two, showing that range, and there's De La Cerda doing what New Mexico does best, and that's getting to the basket. Another drive, this time from Jordan Hosey. And New Mexico has the lead by a single point early here in the third quarter. That was her first bucket. Came in averaging 12 points and 8 rebounds a game. In deep to Vitulova in double figures with 11. And the Cowgirls back up by a point. Jordan Hosey, the senior transfer from Texas, Houston, Texas. De La Cerda, pick and roll inside to Hosey again. Watching Jordan Hosey that entire possession, the ball was just kind of getting skipped around her. She was staying at the top of the key, and they finally ran the pick and roll to Hosey. Back-to-back buckets for the senior from Houston. Lobos have a 1-point advantage. The shot clock is inside of 10. They find Olsen wide open, and Tommy the sophomore from Worland, Wyoming. And Wyoming back on top. Robertson for three, and that's good. Asia Robertson puts New Mexico up by 2. 9 points for Asia Robertson. A fun game, back and forth. 6 minutes to play in the third. Vitulova. Now 7 on the shot clock. Find Rusk open. Baseline 2 is no good for Taylor Rusk with the shot clock winding down. Robertson running the floor. They find a wide open Elise Hurst, who drains the 3. And that's 7 for Elise Hurst, and New Mexico has opened up their largest lead of the game, a 5-point advantage, 5:38 to play here in the third from the AA. Back here in the AA, New Mexico on a bit of a run here, 6-0 to take a 5-point lead, their largest of the game. It has been a back-and-forth third quarter prior to this. Jaden De La Cerda taking it to the basket. New Mexico's strength, nice pass inside to Tereza Vitulova. Cowgirls doing some work inside. Again, Tommy Olson getting the bucket. This is where the three-pointers, back-to-back threes by Asia Robertson, and a 3 by Elise Hurst to give New Mexico that 6-point advantage, but a three-pointer just underway as we came back from Quinn Weideman to cut that lead to 2 and stop that 6-0 spurt. Shaquel Magruder gets it inside, and she'll lay it in. 6 for Magruder. 4-point lead. Largest leads of the game, 5 points for each team. The freshmen, McKinley Bradshaw and Jaden Viafanua both in. It's a two-man game between Bradshaw and Viafanua. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cowgirl basketball coming back out of the timeout. New Mexico leads by 4 here in Laramie. New Mexico leading by 4 midway through this third quarter. Using a 6-0 run while we were showing those New Mexico points. Quinn Weideman hitting that 3 to get the Cowgirls back to within 2. Big shot for Quinn, her first 3-point bucket, shooting 43% in her first 2 years with Wyoming from 3. Sanchez Ramos, cross-court pass. Taylor Rusk can't connect. Viafanua's got position. Shaquel Magruder going over the top. Really didn't make any contact. I know the fans wanted a foul. Don't think there was much there. Optics weren't good, but there wasn't much contact. Magruder posting up on Weideman, gets free and lays it in. And Shaquel Magruder with 8 points, in New Mexico with the 6-point lead. That's their largest of the game. Trying to get some separation between themselves and the Cowgirls. Taylor Rusk takes it strong to the basket. It just rolls off the front of the rim. And a chance for New Mexico's got momentum. Pick and roll to Magruder. She's got the last 6 for the Lobos. In double figures with 10, Shaquel Magruder, and it's an 8-point New Mexico lead. Cowgirls need a basket. Posting up there, they're going to get one. Jaden Viafanua, the pass from McKinley Bradshaw. Viafanua, 11 points, and stopping that little burst from the Lobos. Really utilizing a pick and roll right now. Robertson, almost taken away by Russ. Lob it inside, poked away by Viafanua, and here comes Weideman. Didn't have the numbers, so Viafanua going to be blocked away. Jordan Hosey. There's a steal. And numbers for Wyoming. Bounce it to Rusk. Reaching in. Robertson will pick up the foul. Just her first. She didn't think so. First team foul, but it will send Taylor Rusk to the free throw line. De La Cerda just lost the handle. And now the fast break opportunity. And a good job by Robertson. She claims she got all ball. Officials thought otherwise. Tereza Vitulova checks in. Antonia Anderson for New Mexico, along with Azaria Robinson and Karina Carter. Taylor Rusk to shoot 2, the senior from Highlands Ranch. First one is good. Taylor on the season just 48% from the free throw line. One of 5 Cowgirls in program history to score 1,000 points and have 300 assists in her career. Accomplished that feat a few games ago. I think she got the 300th assist against Utah State. It's a 4-point New Mexico lead. Pick and roll again. Anderson is fouled. It's going to be on Sanchez Ramos, which is her second. Not a lot there. Albus thought she was up, straight up. And Antonia Anderson back to the line where she's 0 for 2 today, hits the first. And push that Lobos lead up to 5. Anderson rolls it in. 10 points for Antonia Anderson. Inside to get it to McKinley Bradshaw, blocked away, gets it back, blocked away again. Bradshaw will try again and throws it away. Tried a no-look out to Rusk, and it was knocked away. Carter puts one up, she hits the deck, left way short. Now Rusk will push the pace. Back to Bradshaw. Kapench wide open for 3, that's good! Shalale Kapench cuts that 6-point lead in half with under 2 to play in the third. Robinson to Robertson. I think we've got an illegal screen going the other way. Going to be whistled on Azaria Robinson. That's her fourth. When Kapench is that open for three and gets set, she's nearly automatic. Just a good-looking shot by Shalale Kapench. Robinson will come back out of the game. And Jordan Hosey back in. Inside to Rusk. Rusk backs her way in and somehow gets it to go, and she's fouled. Looked like she lost the handle going up and just pushed it in. Foul going to be on De La Cerda. Got to take another look at this. Didn't have complete control. That's a heck of a shot from Taylor Rusk and a chance to tie things up for Rusk. Can't connect, but there's Bradshaw with the rebound. That's her fourth rebound of the game, the freshman from Lyman. She also has 5 assists to go along with it. Shot clock under 10. Cowgirls can take the lead. Bradshaw spins to the hoop, blocked away, but she is fouled by Anderson. That is Antonia Anderson's second foul. Nice spin move by Bradshaw. And good recovery by Antonia Anderson, but just a little bit late. And McKinley Bradshaw will shoot 2 for Wyoming. Tommy Olson back into the game for the Cowgirls. First one is good for McKinley Bradshaw. 77% on the season is Bradshaw. Tied at 51. Shaquel Magruder said something on the bench. I couldn't quite make it out. Bradshaw missed the second one, but it got a laugh from her teammates. I'm not sure exactly how funny it was. It was all quiet, I know that. Carter going to take it strong to the hoop, left it short. Rebound being fought for. Vitulova pulls it away from Hosey. Under a minute to go. Cowgirls on a 6-0 run. Olson to Kapench, fakes the 3. Stutter step to the hoop, and one! No, they're going to wave it off. Kapench can't believe it. Neither can this crowd. Oh boy. Did she get in there just a little late? She was set, but it was a little late. Definitely in front of the block charge circle. Anderson lobs it inside. Hosey, she leans in. And this one's going to be an offensive foul as Vitulova draws the charge. Things getting a little intense here. Vitulova really got the brunt of that. That was some contact. Hosey thought it was going to be an and one. And Tereza doing a good job at drawing the charge, but things getting a little intense here in the AA in a tie game. The score has been a 1-point lead for the Cowgirls at the end of the first 2 quarters. Can they take the lead going into the third? Down to 7 on the shot clock. Knocked away, and a foul reaching in will send Wyoming to the free throw line. And it's going to be whistled on Antonia Anderson, her third. Reaching in will get Rusk to the free throw line, where she is 2 for 3 today. 9.8 seconds left. Taylor. That's the first of 2. Rusk in double figures with 10. 4 rebounds as well for Rusk in 23 minutes of action. Cowgirls lead by 1. Cowgirls lead by 2. New Mexico with time. Carter with 6 seconds. Carter pulls it back out to Hosey. Hosey step back, slipped on. The shot is off the mark, hits the heel of the basket, never got her feet set. And the Cowgirls use an 8-0 run over the final 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And they will take a 2-point lead into the fourth quarter. Cowgirls up 53-51. 2:08 of the third quarter. They use an 8-0 run to gain the lead back. Taylor Rusk gets an and-one opportunity, would not connect on the free throw. And both teams, again, 20 made field goals, 5 3-pointers apiece. Free throws about even, rebounds about even, turnovers are even. The score is not. Cowgirls lead by 2, but wow, back and forth we have gone. Largest lead of the game, 6 for New Mexico, 5 for Wyoming. Olsen pokes it away from Anderson. Now reaching in, I think they're going to get Tommy Olsen on the foul. Oh, Shalale Kapench will pick it up. Her second. Karina Carter will lob it into De La Cerda. The defense by Rusk. De La Cerda does not get the roll. Rusk with the rebound. Cowgirls a chance to add to their lead early here in the fourth quarter. Inside, what a spin. Good pass, Olsen. Bradshaw lays it in. 5 for the freshman on the afternoon. Cowgirls on a 10-0 run. Can New Mexico answer it? Each team has done a good job answering runs. De La Cerda strong to the hoop, and there's the answer by Jaden De La Cerda, and Kapench with the foul, her third. And De La Cerda, there's the strength, and that is a reach in by Kapench. Just not quick enough defensively. 82% from the line is Jaden De La Cerda, and connects. 10 points for De La Cerda. New Mexico now 7 of 9 from the stripe. And 1 minute in the fourth quarter, we've back down to a 1-point game. Cowgirls are getting the ball inside via the pass. New Mexico's strength is driving to the basket and getting layups. Poked away from Vitulova, right to Bradshaw. Bradshaw will drive her way in, blocked away by McGruder, saved by Anderson, but nobody home. The ball will stay with Wyoming. Shot clock's at 3. Nobody had possession. I think the officials are talking about that right now as Alba Sanchez Ramos into the game. I think the officials are talking about whether the shot clock should have reset or not. And it doesn't, I don't think anybody had possession. Oh, they are going to put 20 up. So the Cowgirls will have 20 seconds on the shot clock instead of 3, so a break for Wyoming. Lob it into Bradshaw, in between two Lobos, then ripped away by Hurst, but reaching in, Elise Hurst. Foul on her, first team foul. See Hurst taking it away. Bounce it into Vitulova. Vitulova avoids the double team, will use the left hand. And a solid game for Tereza, 13 points. To go along with 2 rebounds. Lead is 3 for Wyoming. De La Cerda. McGruder will size up a 3-pointer, and it's tied back up. Shaquel McGruder off the bench for 13 points. Nearly doubling her season average. Inside to Bradshaw, draws a double team. She'll find Vitulova, goes up with the left hand again. Tereza Vitulova working hard inside to give the Cowgirls the lead back. Asia Robertson out to Anderson. The three, no good. Olsen pulls down the rebound, her 5th of the game. She's got 5 assists as well. Feed it in to Vitulova, and Sanchez Ramos just a little off the mark. Taken away by New Mexico. Robertson for the lead is no good. Loose ball rebound taken away by De La Cerda. And New Mexico will reset. Approaching 7 minutes to play in this game. A 2-point Wyoming lead. They used a 10-0 run to get to this point. Coming off a screen, Hurst way off the mark with her 3-pointer. Olsen down the floor. Ramos to Rusk. Rusk in deep. Can't get the layup to go. And Magruder had it for New Mexico. Asia Robertson will back it out. Get it back from Anderson. New Mexico runs a bit of a weave, using Anderson as a top point for screens. 3-pointer on the way. Robertson is strong. Sanchez Ramos with the rebound for Wyoming. Bradshaw for 3. That is no good. And Anderson with the rebound for New Mexico. 2-point Wyoming lead. 6 minutes to play here in the AA. Cowgirls and Lobos locked up in a tight one. Knocked away by Olsen. She'll get it back from Vitulova. Olsen to Rusk. Rusk through the lane, back out to Olsen. Cowgirls will reset. Spin move, Rusk down the lane, lays it in. 13 for Taylor Rusk. And a timeout going to be called by Mike Bradbury and New Mexico. Cowgirls have opened up a 4-point lead. It's 61-57, Wyoming with the lead. We're back right after this. We are back here in the AA. Keith Kelly with you. 61-57. Cowgirls leading New Mexico. Wyoming's had a 10-0 run here in this second half, and it went into the fourth quarter as we've gone back and forth. Just a great pass from Olsen to Bradshaw, who spun away. Jaden De La Cerda getting the 3-point play. Tereza Vitulova just working tough, going up with the left hand. And Shaquel Magruder getting New Mexico back in. Vitulova once again using that left hand. And Taylor Rusk strong to the hoop, that last basket, and it's a 4-point lead for the Cowgirls. Carter out to Anderson. Jordan Posey directing traffic. Shot clock is down to 9. New Mexico doesn't like to take these deep shot clocks. It's down to 3. Robertson to Hosey. No, they don't. It's a shot clock violation. And good defense by Wyoming. Hit the underside of the basket, but it was a shot clock violation before that. Cowgirls lead by 4. Sanchez Ramos. And then Vitulova and Hosey just really battling inside. 7 on the shot clock. Sanchez Ramos draws some contact. There's Vitulova picking up the loose ball. Hosey wanted to charge. Should have been called maybe for a flop. Vitulova, 6 in the fourth quarter, 17 for the game, and the Cowgirls have their largest lead. Hosey taking a lot of shots off the ball at Wyoming players. A three-pointer by Asia Robertson. A dozen for the redshirt senior. Cuts that 6-point lead in half, 63-60. Olsen was looking inside for Vitulova. Tereza, ball fake. Oh boy, a travel. Look at the drive by Sanchez Ramos, and Vitulova picking up the offensive board, and there you see Asia Robertson answering right back. Inside, Hosey drives around Vitulova, lays it in. Jordan Hosey has 6. The lead is 1, 5 unanswered by the Lobos, and it's back down to a 1-point Wyoming advantage. Sanchez Ramos, deep 3, no good, crashing the board, De La Cerda. Then Hosey and Vitulova getting tangled up again, and a shove by Hosey. New Mexico can take the lead with 3 minutes to play here in Laramie. Hosey had it ripped away by Vitulova. Rusk got away with the push-off. And 3 seconds in the lane. Tereza Vitulova. I said this last night in a high school basketball game I was broadcasting, and you rarely see that called, so it's got to be pretty blatant for it to be called. Hosey and Vitulova battling again. Carter for the lead. Nope. Too strong. Rebound. Hosey pulls it down, and then she's pulled down by Vitulova. 3rd team foul on Wyoming. This is the first on Vitulova, sophomore from the Czech Republic. Getting physical late in this game. Cowgirls haven't scored in 2:16. They lead by 1. De La Cerda to the basket. Shot was altered by Weideman. Vitulova has the rebound. Here comes Weideman. She'll pull it back out. Cowgirls will work on that clock. 2 minutes to play. Rusk has the first step and goes in for the layup. Oh, Taylor Rusk, have a game. 15. 5 boards as well for the senior from Highlands Ranch. Fans on their feet, a 3-point Cowgirl advantage. Step back, Robertson for 3, no good. She falls down trying to draw the foul. And on the rebound, it's going to be Jordan Hosey. Asia Robertson right in front, begging for a foul. Second team foul in New Mexico. That was called on. Sure, that was called on. That was called on Hosey, her third. 3-point Wyoming lead. Under a minute and a half to go. Rusk puts it on the floor out to Weideman. Over to Sanchez Ramos. She's grabbed by Anderson. Nothing there. Shot clock down to 5. Rusk driving in again. Rusk gets the shot off. It's no good. Rebound with 1 on that shot clock. And here comes Asia Robertson. 1 minute to go from the AA. Fans on their feet. Robertson around a couple of screens. De La Cerda left alone for 3 and ties it up. Jaden De La Cerda. And a timeout gonna be called. This one just a 30-second timeout. As Jaden De La Cerda hits the 3. Not sure what the officials are looking at. We'll take a look at it well beyond the arc. I don't know if they're looking at that was supposed to be a 3 or not, but that was behind the men's line by a foot. And Jaden De La Cerda ties it up here in Laramie. Hits her second 3 of the game. As I mentioned, she was shooting 53% from the field the last 4 games, just 5 of 15. Just 5 of 15 from the field. You look at our game summary. Vitulova, Rusk, Viafanua, all in double figures. Shiquel Magruder leading the way for New Mexico off the bench with 13 and 6. Jaden De La Cerda with 13 points as well now. Cowgirls with the ball. Sanchez Ramos had an open look, didn't take it early in the shot clock. Now we'll just put it on the floor. Step back, bounce it in. Vitulova, a lot of contact. There's a flop by Hosey and a layup by Vitulova as Jordan Hosey tried to draw the charge, and Wyoming has a 2-point lead with 26.9 seconds. Hosey tried to draw a charge twice. Watch that. Tried to draw it there, and there was just no contact whatsoever. Tereza gave a little bit of a look back. Like, what are you doing? There was no contact whatsoever. Tried to get the charge the first time, and then good on those officials to not fall for that. As Tereza Vitulova, 19 points for Vitulova. The Cowgirls have a 2-point lead. Wyoming 2 timeouts remaining. New Mexico has 1. As Mike Bradbury will draw up a play. The final 26.9 seconds left. Don't be surprised here to see New Mexico maybe go for the win. Right now, they're 8 of 22 from 3. 36% on the year. If you look at 3-point shooters, Elise Hurst has made the most. Elise Hurst, by the way, 4th in the country in made threes. She's got 1 in this game. She came in with 75 made threes, so hitting about 3 a game. And the Cowgirls have done a pretty good job on Hurst, who's 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Robertson will take her time. Cowgirl fans on their feet. It's a 2-point lead. Looks like Robertson now will make a move. Big screen, drives in. Nothing there. Out it goes to De La Cerda with 10 seconds and a timeout with exactly 10 seconds. Going to be called by Mike Bradbury. That is New Mexico's final timeout. And just good defense on that potential pick and roll. The Cowgirls doing a good job. And now the New Mexico coach is going to draw something up here for the final 10 seconds. Like I said, don't be surprised to see the Lobos go for the win. They've got some decent three-point shooters, and Cowgirl coaches talking up a defensive game plan. And we'll see what Mike Bradbury draws up. Largest lead of the game has been 6 points for either team. And take a look at what Tereza Vitulova has done. She's got 8 points here in the fourth quarter alone. Just doing a good job. A lot of strength from Tereza. Able to use the left hand a couple of different times. Offensive rebound by Vitulova. And here is the last bucket to put the Cowgirls up. And just a good smart move by Tereza Vitulova. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, a steal. 10 seconds left. Can the Cowgirls hang on? And now Gerald Mattinson will call a timeout. I think Mike Bradbury knew it as New Mexico lined up. Little gamesmanship by the two head coaches. Just a 30-second timeout for the Cowgirls. This young Wyoming team, talked about it a lot this year. Mentioned at the beginning of the game, for the 21st time this season, they started 4 underclassmen, all but one game. As they break their huddle. Here come the Cowgirls, and New Mexico will line up. 1 timeout left for Wyoming. Asia Robertson will inbound. Mike Bradbury just hanging out on the scorer's table. Get it to De La Cerda. She wants to drive, and the layup is good for De La Cerda. Timeout, Gerald Mattinson with 6.1 seconds, and they can advance it up into the front court. So they'll have plenty of time to work with, as Jaden De La Cerda just took the inbound and went right to the basket. No three-pointer there. Right past Quinn Weideman. And banked it in. You can see that was the design the whole time, and just a perfectly executed play off the inbound. Now can the Cowgirls draw something up? See Gerald Mattinson. Well, now is New Mexico. There's Jaden De La Cerda. Now, Gerald Mattinson talking to his senior, Taylor Rusk. No timeouts. Rusk will inbound again in the front court to Sanchez Ramos. Ball fake. Oh, and a foul called. 3.2 seconds left. Foul going to be whistled on Antonia Anderson. So now it's going to be on the baseline. Looking inside. Oh boy, Vitulova's open. They get it to Rusk. 2 seconds. Rusk goes up. Can't get it to go. And we are headed to over between the Cowgirls and the Lobos. Players switching sides. They'll stay on the same side. Vitulova will jump in the center circle against Jordan Hosey. Tied at 67. 5 minutes up on the clock, and the tap is won by Vitulova, who with their offhand just pushed Hosey away. Cowgirls, first possession here in overtime. Working it around the perimeter. Vitulova up top. Weideman trying to take it to the hoop, and a big block, and Weideman hits the ground hard. Gets up grimacing. Here comes Asia Robertson. Nobody picking her up. with Weideman back on the other end. De La Cerda's three is no good. Tommy Olson with the rebound. We'll slow it down just a bit. Now we'll push it down the floor. Out to Rusk. Left open for three and short for Rusk. So dueling misses on open threes. De La Cerda to the basket. Shot altered by Sanchez Ramos. Down the floor to Rusk. Rusk tries to force one in. It's kicked by Hurst. So it'll stay Wyoming basketball. Here comes Shaquel Magruder in. So Cowgirl basketball. Played just over a minute here in the extra session. Olsen lobs it into Vitulova. Just good help defense, New Mexico, on that defensive possession. Asia Robertson in no hurry, is holding on to it. Asking De La Cerda to come and take the basketball. She does with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Inside, Magruder draws a double team and is quickly fouled. Sanchez Ramos, Tommy Olson both there, and it looks like they're going to get Tommy Olson with her first, and they'll reset that shot clock to 20. And Olson, yep, did reach in right in front of the official. Robertson for three. That's an air ball, way too strong. Still scoreless in overtime. Vitulova. This match, they post her up. Now Robertson fronting Vitulova. 10 on the shot clock, behind the back. Here comes Rusk in deep, goes up, left it short. Rebound by Magruder. Both teams struggling to score. De La Cerda will try, left it short. Here comes Tommy Olson. These two teams are gassed, and it's been this five for Wyoming throughout much of the fourth quarter and now this entire overtime. Inside to Vitulova. Vitulova draws a crowd, then throws it away, and it's going to be one-on-one, De La Cerda and Olson. And De La Cerda lays it up and in. 17 points for Jaden De La Cerda, and New Mexico up to the first to score 3 minutes into overtime. Sanchez Ramos for the lead. Alba Sanchez Ramos from way downtown. And the Cowgirls have the lead back here in overtime. That got the crowd going again. Asia Robertson, too strong on the layup. Magruder, the offensive rebound, pulls it away. Now able to finally find Robertson. Shot clock down to 10 after resetting to 20. Anderson drives, looks inside to Magruder, out to Robertson. Robertson for the lead on the way. That's good. 15 for Asia Robertson, and New Mexico up 2, under 1 minute to go here in overtime. A foul away from the basketball. Look at this three by Sanchez Ramos. And now the answer, ball fake, and you see that shot clock winding down. Antonia Anderson picks up the personal foul away from the ball. And she'll foul out of the game with 11 points.
They will be reviewing the last 3 points of it.
They reviewing, I think they said they're reviewing the three-point bucket or the foul, I'm not sure. But the officials are reviewing. I think they were reviewing the three. It was a three-pointer. Well, I know it wasn't Sanchez Ramos' three because she was behind the men's line. So it had to have been Asia Robertson's three-point attempt, which they deemed was a three. That was the fourth team foul. So now each team is in the bonus. Under a minute to go and a 2-point New Mexico lead. New Mexico guarding that three-point line. Weideman bounces it inside to Vitulova. Can't get the shot to go, but she'll go to the free throw line. Jaden De La Cerda picking up the foul. Just hung on for a second. And Tereza Vitulova, her first trip to the line today. 87% from the free throw line this season. It's the first for her 20th point. This to tie. There are 41.6 seconds left. Oh, in and out. So New Mexico with a 1-point lead, 30 seconds left. Unless New Mexico hits a three, it'll be a one-possession game. The Cowgirls will get the ball back. Olsen trying to play tough defense. Shot clock down to 10. De La Cerda looking inside. Hosey gets it to go. Tough shot, Jordan Hosey. Here come the Cowgirls, down three, 10 seconds. Vitulova, step back, finds Sanchez Ramos for the tie. That's short. Rebounded Weideman, step back for three. That's short, and New Mexico is going to leave Laramie with a big win for them as they celebrate Mike Bradbury extremely.